Okay, I promised at the beginning that we would go over the most common questions before we finish the webinar. So here they are. First question, can't I just use a tool to find a list of keywords in a few minutes? While there are lots of keyword tools, they're all limited by the same basic problem. Computers can't think. They aren't able to understand what your product or service is all about, and they have no understanding of the people who need it. Computers are able to recognize patterns of words. If you type a word into one of these tools, it can find matching data from a database. Smart keyword tools can even find keywords with similar meanings. SEO research is all about predicting the keywords your users will use to find your site. But a keyword is just a specific way of expressing a thought or idea. If you ask 10 different people to search for the same concept, you would probably get 10 different keywords. Some of them will be very different. This is the kind of data that an application can't find for you. Next question. Why are we looking at topics and concepts rather than words and phrases? Well, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of different ways to put the same idea into different words. Language is very flexible, and so are people. Before you start targeting specific words, you need to have a good list of concepts. The internet makes it easy to find the topics that matter in your niche. A single concept can lead to hundreds of different keyword search terms. So, with a big list of topics, you'll be able to generate a huge list of potential keywords. Next question. Why focus on small niches instead of targeting the whole marketplace? Well, one reason is competition. When you choose a big marketplace, you have to beat a lot of competitors to reach the top of the rankings. And large marketplaces are the domain of large companies. They have teams of employees who work full-time to crush the competition. Another important part is targeting. When your marketing messages are very targeted, your readers will be more responsive. For instance, if your content is focused on the needs and desires of biology students, you'll sell more products to biology students. You can't appeal to everyone at the same time, at least not with the same content. It's unlikely you could sell a pocket microscope to parents and biology students using the same content, for instance. Next question. What if the niche is too small? Okay, well you have a couple of options. You could expand your niche by making it less specific. Let's use the pocket microscope example again. You might find that there are very few students who are doing a PhD in pond life. That niche is too small. Instead, you would target biology students in general. There are lots of very small organisms, fossils, and other things they would like to see under a microscope. Or you could go after several niches, build several small or medium-sized sites, or one big site with lots of different sections in it. You tackle each niche one by one. While it does take more effort to maintain several websites, it does allow you to write very targeted content. Next question. Do I have to do all these steps? Well, in general, it's a good idea to have a big list of topics and content ideas, but research has its place. Some people dedicate all their time to research and don't spend enough time writing content and promoting it. If you get tons of ideas from Amazon, you might not need to go to Wikipedia or look through the forums. The same goes for the question sites. But don't skip the other steps. You still have to verify the niche is viable. And you need to find model content. Model content is the type of content that went viral in the past. Exploring model content will reveal which topics are the most important ones in your niche. It will also reveal the influencers who shared the content. Viral content is almost always spread by influential people with lots of followers. If you learn who these people are, you will be able to promote your content to them as well. These influencers can send direct traffic to your content. They can also build powerful links, increasing your rankings. Of course, they don't just link to any subject. You need to see which topics they're most interested in. Well, thank you all for listening to the webinar. I'd love to hear what you think about the techniques I covered today. Did it help you? Answer the following questions so we can improve our materials and help you more effectively. 1. Is there anything that wasn't clear or didn't make sense during this webinar? 2. Do you have any questions that weren't answered in the webinar? 3. Do you have a problem that wasn't addressed? 4. Is there anything else you feel that we should have covered in this webinar? I hope you've enjoyed the webinar. It's the first step in your journey into a truly successful SEO campaign. Over the next few weeks, we'll show you the next steps with our highly detailed SEO content. The next webinar will show you how to find some fantastic keywords within your niche.